Hey there everybody, this is Lee with Creative Totem Mom, and this video is going to be all about our port of call in Ketchikan, Alaska. So this is the third time that my husband and I have cruised to Alaska, and the third time that we have stopped in Ketchikan. And Ketchikan is right in the middle of a huge Alaskan rainforest, so every time you go there it's going to be drizzly and probably a little bit of rainy, but really it's super mild. It's very beautiful. The port there is pretty tiny. They can only get about 3 to 4 cruise ships in there. So once you get into the port, you're going to have an amazing view of the city right away. One of the things that you will notice if you go up on deck and you look out into Ketchikan is these 2 poles from the Lumberjack show. And this is the first time we've gone to see the Lumberjack show. The previous 2 visits to Ketchikan, our kids were kind of too little to really enjoy it, but we decided this time that we definitely wanted to make that one of our events while we were there. It's just a short walk from the docks. One of the things that you want to make sure that you take note of when you do get off the cruise is to get a picture in front of the Welcome to Ketchikan sign. I think I have a video of Josiah that I will put in right here with the sign in the background. Can you tell me where we are?
At Ketchikan.
We're in Ketchikan! Catch me if you can!
You want to come down? Yes. Down.
So like I said, we got a picture in front of the sign. We took just a short walk down to the Lumberjack show. You get seated in this auditorium style with the bleachers for everybody to sit on, and they make it a competition between 2 different Lumberjack camps. And also your audience is going to be divided. So depending upon which side you are sitting on, you are going to be cheering for one of the teams. Now they're going to be doing all kinds of events where they I don't know all the technical names, where they are using a saw to cut around, where they're using an axe to cut around, where they're climbing the 2 poles that you saw from your cruise ship. There's also log rolling. There is a competition where the 2 team members work together and they use a pulley system to transport logs. It is very cool. The whole time the audience is really interacting and getting into the show. I will also link down our day in the life video from Ketchikan because it included some clips of that as well. It's super fun. If you are not going to do anything else in Ketchikan, make sure you check out that show, especially if you have kids. They will love it. I think my husband and I would have enjoyed it on our own, but definitely now that our kids are older, oh, we had so much fun. That was absolutely a show worth seeing. So go check that one out. Even if it's raining and drizzly, the audience portion of the stadium is completely covered, plus there are space heaters, so make sure you wear a jacket and wear warm shoes, but don't worry about freezing. You'll do just fine. The other thing that we did on this cruise was we went out to George Inlet Lodge on an excursion that we also booked through the cruise line. We got to get on a crab boat. They took us out, showed us the crab pods. One of the people from our boat and our tour got to pull up a crab pod. The kids all got to touch them. They learned about how they measured them. They got to hold them, had their pictures taken. Noah and my cousin Natalie each got to throw in some of the crabs that were too small. They got to throw them back. Then after you do all that, you go back to the lodge and you eat this huge all-you-can-eat crab feast. Oh my goodness, it's just salad, a side salad to start with, crab, and a piece of cheesecake to end. And it is completely filling. You will not walk out of there hungry whatsoever. I don't even know if I had dinner that night because I was so full. Plus they do a competition where you stack the crab shells. Super fun. We had a great time with that. One of the things that was interesting about this is you take a bus ride out to George Inlet Lodge, and depending on who your bus driver is, we had a great one who knew the area really well and was pointing out all types of wildlife, so we didn't even really need to go on a wildlife tour. We saw tons of eagles on the route that we took. Super amazing. Cannot recommend that highly enough. They were so hospitable and so fantastic. The one word of caution is when you get off your bus at the lodge, there is a very steep incline and lots of stairs to walk down to the lodge. So check ahead of time and see if there is a wheelchair accessible. Even if you are mobile but you have a hard time walking, check, because it's a lot of stairs to climb. Trust me, I ran to the top, ran back down to the bottom, ran back to the top to meet my list because I forgot my backpack inside the lodge. So, and actually I think if I'm correct, there is a van that meets the buses in case anybody needs it, because my mom rode it back up to the bus at the end of the excursion. Other things to check out in Ketchikan. Creek Street, absolutely. I didn't have time this last trip, but my husband and I did it before, and we walked up to the top of Creek Street. I believe it was Saxman Native Village that is at the top of Creek Street. I'm not really sure. There's totem poles all over in Ketchikan, so correct me if I'm wrong. But we walked up there. We kind of just spent a couple minutes because we were on a tight schedule that trip, and we came back down. But I have heard that Saxman Indian Village, whether that was it or not, I've heard that is definitely worth the time. And I looked it up online. It's only $5 admission. So that's one I'm putting away for the future that I would love to go check out. The other thing is, if you plan on doing any shopping, make sure you hit the Chamber of Commerce, which is right there on the dock. You will see it as soon as you disembark. There is tons of information about excursions, plus there is coupon books for any type of shopping that you might want to do in Ketchikan. Most of the shops are owned by the cruise lines and contain a lot of fun little bits and bobbles, but my favorite place, and the only place that I did any actual shopping in Ketchikan, was the Christmas store. It's right there, right off the docks, in the middle of all the other shopping. If you go in, I did not know this until afterwards, I went in by myself. Santa Claus is actually there. He was there in June, so I'm assuming he's there year round. Go check him out. Have your kids visit with Santa. Give him your wish list in June. My favorite thing to buy there, of course, is Christmas ornaments. You guys know I buy Christmas ornaments everywhere I go, so that is why I stopped in there and got something fun and unique. That's where I got the little ornament with the Native American family. The other thing that I have that you might want to check out, I believe it's in Ketchikan, is the Discovery Center, which is like a museum. There is a charge for that, but I've heard it is well worth the price, and that is right in the middle of downtown as well. So those are my recommendations and reviews of the things that we have done and did in Ketchikan, Alaska. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you've ever visited there or what kind of things you might want to check out in Alaska. We'll talk to you later.